Hey guys, it's time for language. You do not need anything out for language today. I told you guys yesterday that it was our last Schoolhouse Rock, and I actually have one more. Yeah, I thought it was. I knew I was coming to the end. Lights, please. Yeah, late April Fools. You'll have to tell Mrs. Long, 'cause I think they have some social studies ones.
Like a butterfly or like a bee, like an ant as busy as can be. These little words we call the busy P. Preposition. 9 or 10.
Hold on. I see you can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. I'm fixing it.
Like a butterfly or like a bee, like an ant as busy as can be. These little words we call the busy P. Preposition. 9 or 10 of them do most all of the work. Of, on, to, with, in, from, by, for, at, over, across. And many others do their job, which is simply to connect their noun or pronoun object to some other word in the sentence. Busy P's, if you please. On the top is where you are. Top relates to where. With a friend you'll travel far. With a friend you'll go. If you try, you know that you can fly over the rainbow. Over the rainbow is where you can fly. Busy prepositions, always on the go. Like a bunch of busy bees, floating pollen on the breeze, buzzing over the meadows, beyond the forest, through the trees, into the beehive. Busy, busy bees. Beyond, over, on, through. Busy prepositions, always out in front, on the edges, in the crack, around the corner, from the back, in between the action, stating clearly to your satisfaction the location and direction. Prepositions give specific information. Though little words they are, they never stand alone. Gathering words behind them, you soon will see how they have grown into a parade. A prepositional phrase with a noun or at least a pronoun bringing up the rear. A little phrase of 2 or 3 or 4 or more words. Prepositions, attention, forward march. Busy prepositions, always on the march. Like a horde of soldier ants, inching bravely forward on the slimmest chance that they might better their positions. Busy, busy prepositions. In the air, on the ground, everywhere. The sun sank lower in the west. In the west it sank. And it will rise in the morning and will bring the light of day. We say the sun comes up in the east every day. In the east it rises. Busy prepositions, busy, busy, busy. On the top is where you are. On the top. If you try, you know that you can fly. Fly where? Over the rainbow.
All right, so beautiful. Lights, please. I told you guys we were to the point that we're going to be doing some more fun writings. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are there. So today, a totally different kind of writing. I turn off my left light. You guys are making a comic.
Yes.
Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I am pretty flexible on this comic. Okay? I'm going to share some examples. I know comics are not something new that you have heard of, okay? I know you guys have seen different comics. Some of you regularly read comics. Definitely the Marvel ones I know you guys are familiar with and like. Your comic, I'm going to give you guys 1 week to work on. So they are due next Thursday, April 14th. You will submit it right here on Schoology. Okay? It says comic. If you would like, I want it on paper. Okay? Just because I know a lot of times I give you guys the option of doing paper or your iPad, but a comic has lots of small details, and the words of the comic are really small on the picture. Okay, so because it's so small, it's hard. Are we facing the front all the way? Because it's so small, I think it'll be hard to do on your iPad to fit the text and a color and have that detail. So I want it on paper. I don't mind if you use your own paper. I'd rather you not use lined paper, okay? Mrs. Long has blank paper. I have blank paper. I don't care if it's white, blue, red, brown. If you want colored paper, that's fine. It is your option, okay? When you are done, take a picture and submit it here, but then still keep your paper for publishing, okay? E-learners, you will submit it here then so I can see it. Let's look at some examples, and then I will take questions.
I have a good one. I already am starting to create one in my head.
I would like your comic to still have a title. Make sure your genre is school appropriate and the content is school appropriate.
Can we cut
All right, so this one here, let me scooch up. It says, what is this? Who hands out Halloween candies like these? They're awful. They have the texture of coffee grounds. I mean, they taste like your feet smell, yet you haven't stopped eating them. All right. I think a lot of the ones, I'm not impressed with any of the ones I found, really. I couldn't find really any good ones I liked. I think the ones I found are okay. Your comic doesn't have to be humorous, okay? I'm going to leave it up to you. Fiction, nonfiction, okay? Do not copy another comic. This has kids drinking water. Sitting around. The mama duck asks, do you want some water? No. After sports. Here, have some water, the mama duck says. No, thanks. Dinner time. Can I get you something to... Nope. An hour after their bedtime, though. I need water. Of course, when it's bedtime, all of a sudden you guys don't want to go to bed. All of a sudden you have to have water and get a drink and find something to lay with.
That sounds like my 4-year-old brother.
This is Benny and Boone. Spike, you can have the rest of my berries. Gee, Benny's sharing. I guess he's learned to be nice. So you're the one who took my berries as he's hiding behind the tree all sneaky. Do you know what clouds are made of? Sure, music files. Like the cloud, haha. I know. I told you guys, they weren't the favorite ones I found.
Look up funny comments.
I found some, and these are the ones I grabbed, so.
These are good ideas.
Peanuts and Charlie Brown are definitely a very, very common comic. Here, Charlie Brown is saying, stay. Is he moving or doing anything?
No.
He's just laying there. Oh, hold on, sorry. Go back, stay. Still, though, he's not moving. Go back. Still not moving. Back, I say back. He's not yet to move, and yet he's telling him like he's moving. Still, he lays there. Some kids have dogs who try to follow them after school or to school. Was he ever trying to follow him to school, though?
No.
He didn't care at all. This one. So this is a picture. This picture is a tongue. Okay? So the tongue is saying, what's up, pizza? My man. Okay? Ice cream. What's the haps? Like happening? Okay? However, sushi. Hey, tongue. You'd like me if you got to know me. So the tongue is all nice to the pizza because pizza tastes good to him. Ice cream, he's also nice too because it tastes good to him. However, is he very nice to sushi? No, poor sushi. I love sushi. It is my favorite. Yes, Myers sushi, Dynasty sushi, Hasakobi sushi, anywhere. Anywhere, I like it all. All right, and our last one here. This one says, as you can see, the halls of science contain every known scientific discovery. And I'm not going to read all this one. It's telling him, as you explore, please avoid all areas marked off limits. They are dangerous exhibits. And then the kids are complaining because they can't go where it's dangerous. This one says, what a ripoff. We can't even see the dangerous stuff. And they're going to have a test over what they're seeing in this, like, museum. And then as you scroll down, it says here, the gateway to the second dimension. Oh, and he says, we're smart enough to stay out of trouble. You said it. So they go into this room here, and when they come out right here, they are now two-dimensional. Meaning what? Like flat. Yep, they're flat. Because they did not listen about staying out of the unmarked spots. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm very flexible on your comic. School appropriate. We talked this morning about quality of work. Ladies and gentlemen, I was generous this morning on your Polygon project. Some of you guys earned extra points, and it was a test grade, so that's going to help you grade a lot. Some of you guys did not get full credit, and I was generous with the credit I gave you for some of you. I'm not going to be as generous anymore. Okay? If you turn in garbage work, you are going to get a bad grade. Okay? I can tell if you spent 5 minutes on it. I'm going to give you an F. I should have given some Fs this morning with your Polygon project. And this is not for all of you. Like I said, some of you guys earned extra points. Some of you guys got hundreds. Okay? My friends who know they had work that was not good, you know who you are. I don't need to say it. You know. It is not okay. I need to be able to tell. I'm giving you a week to work on this. I better be able to tell that it's quality work that you spent time on. Questions on your comic? Brooke.
Is there like a certain length it has to be?
Is there a certain length? No. I'm flexible. Keep in mind, you're in 5th grade, and I'm giving you a week to work on it. I would definitely say the one...
Last 5 pages.
Yeah, the cloud one. Too short. Okay, this is not acceptable. Okay, I'm looking for something that is maybe more of the longs like this. This would definitely for sure be an A+. This one, I mean, all of these, the quality is really good because they're professionally done. But some of these are a little shorter. Like I said, the cloud one definitely would be too short. I think the other ones were okay lengthwise. You know, this one's short, but if you have good quality work that you turned in and it's neat like that, and I can tell you spent a lot of time on it, you're still going to get a good grade, even though the content, the words that you're using are short. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about the quality, guys. Mason.
Are we allowed to trace pictures?
Are you allowed to trace? I don't mind that, yeah, because this is not art class. I don't mind if you trace. I also don't mind if you have to print pictures to use. Okay? Now, you can't print somebody else's comic.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you found a picture, you know, so this one was the mama duck and the baby duck talking. If you wanted to print a picture of a mama duck and a baby duck to use, I'd be okay with that. Okay? But I don't want you printing an actual whole comic piece of somebody else's.
Okay.
Bradley.
Are we allowed to, like, use a main character that was in, like, a movie?
Are you allowed to use a main character from a movie?
Like,
I don't mind if you use them, but don't have them as your main character. So, for example, we talked about the Godzilla yesterday. I know you wanted to use the Godzilla. I don't mind if you have Godzilla in your comic, but they can't be like your main focus or your main character. Okay? Because Godzilla is somebody else created. I want you to be original, creating your own. Okay? Any other questions? All right, send me a message if you guys have other questions. Your homework for tonight. So this is due April 14th, your comic, okay? Prioritize, first do your homework that's due tomorrow, and that is a daily language on Schoology. There is only, I think, 4 questions there are to it. We're going to start doing some more of those so we can start mixing up our parts of speech and our grammar, because when we learn them, we kind of learned one part of speech at a time, and when we go back and kind of mix them together and have to recall some of the ones we learned early on, maybe in the fall, we've forgotten them, okay? That's fine if you have forgotten them, but then look it up before you answer. Don't just guess, okay? If you come to Mrs. Long and myself and go, it's asking me to identify the noun, and I can't remember what the noun is, I'm not going to tell you what a noun is, and Mrs. Long is not either. I want you to look it up. It is not because we don't want to help you that we're not going to tell you what a noun is, or because I want you to get an F. But if I tell you the answer, it's not as good as you looking up that answer for yourself. You will learn better. Yes, I've taught it to you. I've already taught you what a noun is. That part's done. If you have forgotten them, which, like I said, it's okay if you have forgotten. That's why we're going back. I know you guys have forgotten some of your parts of speech. But then look it up. And you looking it up and then reading it, having to find that answer, will help you retain it, help you remember it better then. Okay? And I learned you're going to have all those parts of speech mixed together, and you're not going to be able to look them up then. Okay? So now is our time. And those daily languages, they're never going to have, I think the highest one is 6 problems. Okay? They're short. So there's no reason that you don't look them up and get that good grade. Okay? Remember, if it's a fill in the blank, I go back and regrade those. If you send me a message that says, Mrs. Long, it marked it wrong because I put this, but the computer said I should have put this, I'm not going to respond to you, and Mrs. Long isn't either, because I go back and regrade them. I will fix it. I know the computer can't grade it exactly as it should be. Okay? I will fix it. No worries. Your notebook. Remember, we're going to be making a book soon. I have set the date that you must have a notebook here by April 14th. If you already have your notebook, I know some people brought it in today already. Hold on to it. Keep it safe. Okay? Don't let it get all bent up and gross in your desk. And also, don't write anything in it or on it yet. Not even your name. Okay? Don't write anything on the notebook. Leave it completely blank until I give you guys some directions, okay? So, a notebook, a daily language, and once your daily language is done, then start slowly working on that comic and work on it a little bit at a time, okay? A little bit every day. If you need paper, come ask. I'm gonna go get mine out in a minute. Mrs. Long has some, she can get out. Any other questions for language? All right, guys, you guys got some work time.